Hi everyone, we're back with your favorite nutrition graduate student, Jane, for another edition of Fact or Fiction Friday. You know what that means. We're going to debunk some common misconceptions about hot topics in nutrition because we want you to know the truth. Today, we'll be discussing orthorexia nervosa. Orthorexia nervosa is characterized as an obsessive focus on healthy eating, which includes restrictive diets or elimination of food groups in an attempt to be healthy. Although being aware of and concerned with the nutritional quality of the food you eat isn't a problem, those with orthorexia become extremely fixated on healthy eating, which causes them to damage their own well-being. Someone who suffers from orthorexia might compulsively check ingredient lists or nutrition labels, cut out an increasing number of food groups from his or her diet, show an unusual interest in the health of what others are eating, and spend hours per day thinking about what food might be served at upcoming events. Now, let's get to some myth busting. 1. Orthorexia nervosa is a diagnosable eating disorder, like anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. Fiction. According to the National Eating Disorder Awareness Group, or NEDA, orthorexia nervosa is not formally recognized in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, even though awareness of the condition is on the rise. 2. Orthorexia is only prevalent in women who experience negative body image. Fiction. Orthorexia can affect anyone, regardless of gender. Additionally, anyone, regardless of gender, can experience negative feelings of self-esteem and body image. 3. Orthorexia is more common among those who are perfectionists in their daily lives. Fact. A recent study determined that higher perfectionism was associated with a greater likelihood of orthorexia nervosa. The study found that all dimensions of perfectionism were associated with following strict eating rules in some cases, which led to orthorexia nervosa. 4. Those who suffer from orthorexia eat enough to sustain themselves. Fiction. Those who suffer from orthorexia are hyperfixated on the quality of the food they are consuming, not the quantity of the food they are consuming. This often leads to undereating. 5. Orthorexia nervosa is associated with a higher degree of muscle dysmorphic disorder. Fact. Muscle dysmorphic disorder is a condition in which people who suffer from it are obsessively concerned with their muscularity and leanness. A recent study found that the types of obsessive eating attitudes present in orthorexia are significantly associated with physical appearance as it relates to muscle dysmorphic disorder. And 6. Most people have heard of orthorexia nervosa and are aware of its signs and symptoms. Fiction. Most people are not aware of what orthorexia nervosa is and would not be able to adequately recognize its signs and symptoms as they might be able to in anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa. Okay, guys, that's all we have for you today. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and family. It's one thing to focus on healthy eating, but it's another to have an unhealthy obsession with food. This type of disordered eating is not a choice, and we hope to spread the word about this condition so those who are suffering from it can get the help that they need. If you or someone you know relates to anything that we discussed today, you can contact the NEDA helpline for support. Thanks, guys. Tune in next week for another edition of Fact or Fiction Friday.